How are you all of you? Hope all of you are safe and fine at your home. So new method we are going to adopt for your half yearly exam, that is Google Classroom. So trial tests are going on. Videos in every class we have sent. Follow the videos, try to attend all the trial tests so that in the day of half yearly exam you will not face any type of problem and you can submit your copy in time. Okay, so but with this we will start our lesson. Okay, focus on your goal, do not look in any direction but ahead. Okay, hope you all of you understand the meaning of this quotation. Always focus on your goal and don't look in any direction, only ahead. Okay, so to achieve your goal with this beautiful quotation, we'll start our lesson. Okay, that is our introduction to Microsoft Access, creation of databases and table today. Okay, so about the table means table is really the store the data, means database you can imagine database as a bookshelf and books are your tables. Okay, that means database is used only to organize the data, but the real data is stored in the table. Okay, so table data types, different data types also we have discussed, that what type of data can be stored. Field columns are known as your fields, rows are known as your records. Okay, so these are the common things which we should know about a database. So some commonly used field properties that I will discuss today. One is entry required. It specifies if a field is mandatory. If this property is set to yes, then a value must be entered for the field. If it is set to no, the file would be left empty. Okay, length. This property specifies the maximum length of data allowed in the field. The default length of all text type is 50. This I will do and show, but what is length, how will set it, how entry required you will set, and all these things I'll show you now. Okay, you just remember the what are the properties we can use. One is your entry required, one is your length. Default value. It is used when most of the records are likely to have same value for that field. This value can be changed later for records that do not have the default value. So the default value is one also properties of the field which can be set if the value means same value will be entered in many fields, then we can set a default value. Later on if you want we can change that value. Format example. It is used to control the way in which data is entered and displayed in a particular field by defining a format. For example, date can be entered in various format, like sometimes we are entering the date in DD, MM, YY. That means date, month, year. Sometimes we are entering MM, DD, YY. Month, date, then year. Sometimes we are writing, suppose for today's date, we can write 15th September 2020. Some can write 15 /09/20, like this. Different formats we can use for entering the date. So we can give a format in which all the data can be entered in that table. Then decimal places. It is understood. It is used to specify the number of digits allowed after the decimal places. Okay. If you will decide decimal places, you will select 2. Then after the number 2 decimal places, it will take. If you will decide 3, then 3 places. If you will decide 0, then it will be entered as a whole number. Okay. So these are the formats which we will apply for our field. Okay, so let us now see how we can do it. Okay, so actually in your book MS Access is there, but I will show you the things in another software, that is your LibreOffice, because it is a free and open source software. You can, if you want, you can also try. You can download it and you can try also. Okay, that is your LibreOffice. So click on this. Next, create a new database. See, this one you will create a new database. Next, then yes, register the database for me. You can do no also, no problem. Click on the finish button. When you will click on the finish, it will ask you for a database name. Okay, so we can give a database name here. suppose student. Okay, so now you can save the location, then click on the save button. When you click on the save button, a database will be created. Okay, you wait for some time, see, a database will be created. Okay, so database will be created like this. So after that, see student.odb, it is the title bar of the database. The name you will give, the database name, it will show you. Okay, then this is your ribbon where different icons are there. To you can choose the icon for your work. Okay, then go to create table in design view. Select create table in design view. Okay, so now you see field name, field type, description, then field properties. Okay, so now we'll do one by one. Suppose we are creating student database, so field name. Suppose first I will create roll number. So roll number, you know that it is a number type data, so you select it as a number. Okay, then you select name. Name is always character type data. Okay, so it will be automatically it will come as character, and in the bracket it is written bharkar. Actually bharkar means stands for variable character. Okay, what is variable character? Because if you write your name, you will find different characters are present in different name. Okay, not fixed up characters. Okay, some name has 13 characters, 14 characters, some has 10 characters, 8 characters also. So that's why it is not fixed. So bharkar means variable character can be entered in this field. Okay, next is your, suppose I will write here roll number, name, then suppose your house. So your house will be character. Okay, then suppose I want to write your mark. Mark will be number type of data, so you can enter here number. Suppose your date of birth. Date of birth will be date type of data, so select date. Okay, like this you can select fields and their field type. Now we'll come to field properties. Okay, and your default value. Suppose entry required roll number. Roll number means you, if you want that for every student you want to enter the roll number, then that field must be it will be a mandatory field. How can you do it? You select this and you come here, it is written entry required and it is no, make it S. That means without entering the data you cannot go to the next field. Okay, so entry required, these are the field properties. Here it is, so see length it is showing, decimal places, default value, format example. So one by one will do. So for suppose for the roll number entry required, that means for every student will enter their roll number. Okay, so for name okay, house, suppose many students have house as your yellow house, so you can write here type yellow. Okay, so next one is your mark. Okay, mark, if you want decimal places, number type of data, if you want you can click here and you can give decimal places here. Okay, suppose we are sometimes given 12.5, if you want then you can give your decimal number. Okay, then come to date of birth. Date of birth is a date type of data and which format you want to enter the date of data. So here see format example is there. You click here. It will take some time. Oh, sorry, no. Okay, so here you select one date type of data, means which format you want. Suppose this format means say date, month, year, or this, so you want to write date, then month, full month, then the 4 digits of year. Anyway you want, select a date format. Okay, suppose I have select the first one, then click on OK. So after selecting and means assigning all these things, whatever you want to do for your database, then decide a primary key. What is a primary key? Already I discussed also. Primary key is a key which can be unique in the database. That means no duplicate data can be entered for that field. You see, name, two students can be in a class can be in the same name. House can be same, mark can be same also, date of birth can be same also, but roll number cannot be same for any two student. So roll number you can make it as a primary key. So in a table, when you make a database, you have to decide a field in which you cannot, means duplicate data cannot be entered in that field. That field will be selected as your primary key. It will uniquely define a record. Okay, that's why you decide a primary key. So there must be a field in your table which will be in which unique data can be entered. So for that field you go here. Okay, in the left corner, left side, extreme left, you will find boxes are there. You put your mouse cursor there and right click. So you will get the option primary key. As you will select the primary key, you will find one primary key like icon, means picture will be available before that field. Okay, so that means primary key assigned, no duplicate data can be entered in that field. Okay, so now after doing all these things, you save the data. So it will ask you for the table name. Suppose I want to give the table name as standard 8. Okay, so then click on the OK button. Now after saving, you close this window. When you close this window will again appear, where you will find standard 8 table is created. Okay, now we will enter the data inside this table. You double click on this table icon. Okay, see now cursor is blinking here. You enter the roll number. Suppose roll number 1, name, you can write anything. Suppose I have given the name as ABC. Okay, then you enter the mark here. Your date of birth we have selected as your day, month and year. So suppose your date of birth is your only 2 digits will take. The format we have chosen like this. Okay, so for the next record, come here, then 2, then suppose the name I have given as DA. So see, means any data I am not entering in the house, but it is showing yellow. Okay, so because we have assigned the default value as yellow, that's why. But if you will want to change, you can change it here also. If you want to change, you can change. Okay, so mark and date of birth, suppose 21st 04. Okay, like this. Then third record like this. So it is suppose another name like this. If you want to change your house, you can change, but the default value will appear. It will not change anything. Suppose the name is your mark you entered, then you 27 01st 08 like this. You can enter the date of birth. Okay, so this way you can enter your data in a table. Okay, after entering the data all, you save it. Your data will be saved. So these rows are known as your records. Here see one navigation bar is there. 3 of 3 means 3 records are entered. If you want to see the first record, you go. It will, the cursor will be point to the first record, then second record, then third record. If you want to add more record, you can click on this plus symbol also. So this way you can means enter the data in a table. Okay, you can create a database. Inside the database you can create several tables to store the data. Clear? So this data, whatever now I have created one student table and entered the data, these are flat database. Okay, in a single table data are entered. Okay, but if we will means multiple tables will create and will join the tables using a common field, then that will be relational database. Okay, so this way you can create your database and the tables. Okay, with this, see this chapter over and your whole syllabus for your half yearly exam is also over. Okay, so revision questions I will send you, and in doubt class whatever doubt you can ask also, you can send message through campus care also, and get prepared for your half yearly exam. You will very soon you will get your date sheet, and you okay have a means all the best for your exam. Have a nice day. Take care.